Hello everyone, I'm Father Manny Edgar-Beltran. I'm with the Order St. Benedict, and we're greeting you today from the oratory in Ventura, which is also the Mother House. We're going to share today's Gospel, which is the third Sunday of Advent. Today, we light the rose candle. It's also known as Gaudate Sunday. Gaudate is in Latin, which means rejoice. It's right in the middle, just before Christmas. We have two Sundays past, and the next Sunday we will light the fourth candle of Advent, and then we have Christmas. But let's hear today's reading. A reading from the Gospel according to John. A man named John was sent from God. He came for testimony, to testify to the light, so that all might believe through him. He was not the light, but he came to testify to the light. And this is a testimony of John. When the Jews from Jerusalem sent priests and Levites to him to ask him, "Who are you?" he admitted, "I did not deny it, but I admitted, I am not the Christ." So they asked him, "What are you then? Are you Elijah?" He said, "I am not." "Are you the prophet?" He answered, "No." So they said to him, "Who are you? So when can give an answer, so that we can give an answer to those that send us? What do you have to say for yourself?" He said, "I am the voice of one crying out in the desert, 'Make straight the path of the Lord.' As Isaiah said, the prophet." Some Pharisees were also sent. They asked him, "Why then you do baptize, if you're not a Christ, Elijah, or the prophet?" John answered them, "I baptize with water, but there's one among you whom you do not recognize, the one who's coming after me, whose sandals strap I'm not worthy to untie." This happened in Bethany, across the Jordan, where John was baptizing. The Gospel of the Lord. In today's Gospel, John is very clear on his mission, on who he is, on his identity. John is very clear on what message he's bringing. Make the path straight for the Lord. And right now, the entire world is all crooked, all twisted. Many bends, many turns. You all know what I'm referring to. This worldwide pandemic that's taken so many loved ones from our arms, from our homes, is very twisted. And yet, in the middle of this pandemic, the Lord is saying to us today, rejoice, prepare for the birth of Christ. To which Christ is John referring to? When we are celebrating with our loved ones, when we get together to pray with our family members, there could be one or two or three family members missing from our table, from our prayer circle, from our drumming circle if you want to. But just know that that person is not physically present, is there in spirit. John's message is very clear. He said, don't look upon me. Don't put the spotlight on me. Put it on him. The one that comes after me, whom I'm not worthy to untie his sandals. What a great example of humility and of identity. Jesus is inviting us today to be truthful to ourselves, to know who we are, to do what is right, to acknowledge a higher power in our lives. And today's gospel is very clear on that. It's inviting us to recognize a higher power in our lives. Well, how do we do that? It's Advent. Today we take a break. Today we call it Gaudate Sunday because in Latin means rejoice. Gaudate Sunday is similar as Laudate Sunday, which we celebrate during Lent time. Right in the middle of Lent, right in the middle of Advent. But what should we be rejoicing about? What's much to rejoice? The fact that we're able to hear God's word. The fact that we know who we are as a human being. The fact that we know where we're going and how we're celebrating the coming of Christ. Now the question for us is, as we live in our lives as prophets or as Pharisees or Republicans, as we live in our lives as true followers of Christ, do we seek the living Christ in others? Do we know that we're only one small grain of part of this great creation, this amazing world, this amazing earth? Do we know that we is passing through? And that in this moment in time is a time for us to prepare ourselves to encounter Jesus in all his divinity. My brothers and sisters, may you find that rejoice, that waiting, that hope in your lives that Advent is supposed to prepare for us, so that when we celebrate the birth of Christ among us, God becomes man to suffer with us, to be with us. May we all be able to see God in every human we encounter. May you be loved. May you be blessed. May you be healthy. Know that you are a jewel in the crown of Christ.